Now I've dropped the motor where we can take a look at it. The first thing that we want to do with this little engine, remember it's a little tiny air pump. And this air pump is sealed, which means there should be no leaks. It sucks air and fuel in, explodes the air, turns it into exhaust, and blows it out the bunghole of the racing exhaust. So what I like to do is to thoroughly look the motor over. Let's see if we can do this. Oh, okay, now the motor is upside down. Okay? Now what I'm looking for is, oh, that's connected right there, that's alright. I'm looking for any leaks in the crankshaft side right here, where the crankcases go together, or in the back. And I see a lot of oil and dirt and things like that. But I believe that that oil and dirt right here has been caused from my repeated taking the head off, or the cylinder off, and playing with it. So what I will do, and I'm going to leave the wheel on here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through and clean up this mess with some cleaner, get the block clean. The reason I clean the block is for one reason only. It's to show that if I ever go to do this again and take this motor down again, if I spot any new leaks down here, they shouldn't be there, then I know that I really have a problem. And these are such tiny engines, you really don't need to check and see if, I mean, it's not that hard to look for a leak. Now we look right here, and we can see a little bit of black stuff here. That's not good. What happens is on your flywheel here, on it's the right side of the crank, I believe, that seal, if that seal goes loose, what it does is it drops oil onto the flywheel surface. I'm trying to hold this up in one hand. And then the oil gets onto the windings, and it gets onto the magnets, which are in here. And what that does is causes a power outage when you're at top speed. Because when you're at top speed at 10,000 RPMs, the engine has to create so much spark so quickly that it has to be at the top of its game. So what I'm going to do is I will go and take this side off and this side and the other side flywheel off and check the seals. If the seals are bad, and the seals look just like this, they look like these tiny little things right here. If the seals are bad, I just pull them out and put a new one in. I should do that anyway, especially since I'm rebuilding the engine for the racing season this summer. Otherwise, it doesn't look that bad. The other thing I will do is I will, before I turn the camera off, is since I had a problem with the upper bearing right here going bad on me, what I'm going to do is I'm going to dump a little bit of gasoline as a cleaner inside the engine, right down in here, and I'll shake the engine up real good, and then I will tip the engine over onto some rags and see if there's any bits of problems in there and kind of clean that out. And of course you'll have to take off this too. But that's where I'm at so far. It's hard to do this with just one hand. My hands get a problem. Goes numb sometimes just because I'm old. And I would like to say that there is a new 2013 Zuma in my future. This could happen in about a week. Brand new one. So with the Dio, I will have a Zuma. Hopefully, if everything works out. I have to drive 6 hours to get it, so that may be coming up. Alright. Now I'm going to clean the engine out and keep tearing it apart.